What's up, Siccness.net? It's your boy Cram, a.k.a. Superior to Cram. I'm on line with the one and only Coolio Da Unda Dogg, the real Coolio. Now, if you ain't up on game, let me tell y'all about the man. Straight legend status, been on Billboard charts, sold over 300,000 albums, on over 32 albums on iTunes, produced for many artists such as Baby Bash to Mac Dre, and featured on albums totaling millions in sales, owner of Cavvy R Records, and once co-owner of Siccness Entertainment. What's up, Coolio?
Oh, what's good with it, man? I appreciate you for having me.
Yep. Been trying to get this down for a minute, you know what I mean?
Yes, sir. Yeah, I'm in the lab right now putting it down, so I'm just trying to get my little, keep my name alive, man. I never made it to that mainstream where a lot of people wanted me to see me at, but, this underground is good, too. They say that's where hip-hop lives. They say it ain't dead, it's buried underground, so I'm down here with it,
And that's what's up.
And it's sites like y'all, they
Yep.
With the who?
I said, yeah, what's up with the once co-owner of Siccness Entertainment? I don't think nobody even knew that.
Oh yeah. When me, Dre, and Kilo, we did the official contract. The funny thing is we had a deal over at City Hall Records, and me, Dre, and Kilo, we was hardballing in the office. This before the Doobie album, before the Rider album, before any of the Some Terrible album, because we had a 6-album deal we was trying to pitch. And this before the first Denzel Washington album, that was part of the deal too. So we go into City Hall, trying to do the deal with Walter at City Hall, me, Dre, and Kilo, and we like, man, these terms ain't seeming like they the terms. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so we leave. We get on the bridge. This is true story. We get on the bridge, me, Dre, and Kilo. We in Great Benz. We on the bridge, passing San Quentin Prison, and Dre say, man, was that a good deal? And I say, man, he's trying to take too much from us. You know what I mean? Like the percentage-wise is not good. You know what I mean? And so I say, but if the money was right, it's $500,000. This is what the deal for. You feel me? It's $500,000 with City Hall Records. Actually, it was $472,000 to be exact. I'm going to give you the real numbers. You feel me? I'm going to give you the real business. It was $472,000 on the table for the deal. Yeah. You feel me? So me and Dre, we looking at each other. I said, man, that's the money, though. I said, we might can drop down maybe 10%. And so Dre said, call him back. We on the bridge, though, leaving from City Hall. I call him back and say, man, if we can get it down, to these numbers, then it's cool. Walt said it's cool. We go back to City Hall, sign the papers, do the paperwork. Me, Dre, Kilo, we go to Fairfield to a hot dog spot. We celebrate and we juice like, yeah, it's on. You feel me? So it's Siccness Entertainment. So from here on out, so that was our deal right there. And the 6th album we was gonna do was the Sugar Wolf album, which we put out, the Denzel Washington album, the Ryder J. Clyde album, Something Terrible album. We're supposed to do one of my albums, and then we did the compilation album. Those were the 6 albums. We never did do my solo album. You know what I mean? And so ever since then, like, people that was in the circle, they knew, like, okay, Dre, Coolio, and Kilo is the Siccness Entertainment. But you'll mostly see this Kilo and Dre name on the artwork.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I told people I'm kind of like Big Burke at Rockefeller. It was 3 people at Rockefeller. It was Dame, Jay-Z, and Big Burke. You feel me?
Yeah. Nobody know who Biggs is. You feel me?
Yeah. That was me. I was big, Nobody knew I was linked in, unless you was right there immediately with the family, Ryder, Doobie, people that knew, they knew, who was doing what and what the real was. And then after the tragedy happened in 2004, I kind of stepped back. Like, more people wanted me to embrace the situation, but I couldn't embrace the situation on losing my homeboy and knowing that people was with him who was all close in our circle and this happened. You know what I mean? So my feelings was different than, oh, I'm finna embrace everybody because we lost somebody. My feelings was, fuck everybody. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I just lost somebody. It's like, how this happened? You know what I mean? That's like on New Jack City when Wesley Snipes sleeping at the house and he fucking the bride, and then G Money called him and said, man, we gotta shut the spot down. But you thought he was gonna be happy?
Yeah.
You nigga, what? We shutting the spot down. You feel me? Hold on. I need all you motherfuckers in my office right now.
Yeah.
You feel me? And that was my attitude when Dre got killed. Is what y'all want me to embrace everybody? Hell no. Nah. You know what I mean? So my attitude was opposite of what people thought it would be. And so I kind of walked away from, I didn't want to, no, don't call me. I don't want to talk to nobody. You feel me? Like, this is my brother. This is, and I would have been the same way if it was Kilo. I'd have been the same way if it was EV, somebody else that I was close to. You know what I mean? So it's not no, you know, I'm finna come in here and be cool and giving hugs and love and crying and all that. No, that's not me. You know, because something got to happen in this position. And so I walked away from everything. So you didn't see me at no shows, no functions, my name on nothing.
Yeah, because that's what I always tell folks. I always say, Mac, you know, I've been fucking with Mac Dre since, you know, California Living when y'all first came with that. And I'm like, you and Doobie was his boys. You know what I'm saying? You and Doobie was, you know, day one. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. All right, yeah, let's get started. Let's start from the beginning, man. Many don't know that you're originally from L.A. Let us know, you know, why you came to Vallejo. You know, what brought you and your family out here into the Crest.
Okay. Yeah, I'm born in Watts, man. Originally born in the projects, and then ended up moving right across the street from the projects on the street called Hickory Street, which is right around the corner from Grave Street. That's where I'm from, Grave Street. And went to school out there and raised out there till I was 15. Then I turned 16. By the time I was 15, I was gangbanging and started selling dope and everything. But my mother was on drugs, too, back then. And my stepfather was from Big Reds. And so if they seen me, I'm ditching school. I'm hanging because I went to Jordan High in the Jordan Down Projects. So I went to Jordan High, so I'm hanging in the Jordan Downs every day, cutting school. Instead of being at school, I'm in the projects. And so my stepfather, he used to hustle, and he seen me. But even though he was hustling and knew what, you know, he glad I wasn't no punk, seeing me hanging out and whatnot, but he didn't like it, though, because, you know, he with my mama. You feel me? So he go tell her, like, Coolio out here gangbang. Coolio and this before the underdog. My name Coolio was gave to me at birth.
Yeah.
My mother gave me the name Coolio at birth. You feel me? Before they even heard of another Coolio. So, you know, Coolio hanging in the projects, Coolio not going to school. And I knew he told her, you know, my mother came to me and like, you doing this and doing that? So my cousin Rick stayed in Vallejo. And they was hustling doing their thing, so they came down. I never even knew what Vallejo was. I never even tripped off what Oakland was. Frisco, none of that. You know what I mean? Like, that's where we from out here. So, you know, Compton, Watts, Inglewood, Long Beach, and it was our stomping grounds. We cut school, going to the swap meet, stealing shirts, doing all kind of little shit. And then my mother now seen me doing extracurricular gang-banging activity, wearing the purple rags out my back pocket long, every day something purple on, every day khakis on, you know what I mean? She knows, she's not stupid, coming home, busted ears, busted mouth, and fighting, everything, you know, finding, hitting pistols in the house, so she don't like that. So their idea came, oh, we need to go to the Bay Area, to where my cousin Rick now stays, because it's cool out there. There ain't no gangs, you know what I mean? And so my mother like, yep, you want to go stay out there? Nope, I don't want to go stay out there. Y'all can go stay out there. You feel me? I'm staying out here. No, we all going out there. What they did is they duped me because she like, yeah, we finna pack up. We finna go out here to the Bay. So we go out to the Bay Area. As soon as I get to the Bay Area, I didn't want to be out there. So my first little month in the Bay, I wasn't messing with nobody or nothing. I'm telling my mama like, I'm finna run away. I'm going back to L.A. You know, but once I started meeting the people in the Crest, because that's where we moved to, straight to the Crest. So I went straight from the Watts, straight from Jordan down, straight to the Crest. From one hood to another. You know, the only difference, there wasn't no gangs. But, I mean, they were selling big drugs out there, big hustling, big pimping, big macking, minus the gangs. Same thing, just no Crips and Bloods. You know, I even had altercations with dudes who had on red, and I used to think it was gangs. Like, what these niggas bloods out here with, you know what I mean? Young nigga not knowing, you know what I mean? Like, what's these niggas claiming? And like, no, we ain't no gangs out here. It's not no gangs. So, you know, once I got comfortable and got in a circle, I started hustling out there with my cousin. So my mother left. Her and my little brother, they went back to Watts. That's where they at right now. Still back in Watts, still by the project. You know what I mean? Right now, to this day. But they left me. You know, so they set me up for the okie doke, which is good though. I don't knock them for it. You know, they looked out for me because I'm still alive. You know, but my closest homeboys who I grew up with in Watts is dead or serving life in jail, and I'm talking over 25, 30 people that was close to me, my immediate friends.
Yeah,
that's dead or in jail for life. So you know that situation is better than my situation. Than it was in L.A. It was better in the Bay than it was in L.A. So once I get to the Bay Area, I'm rapping. I'm still rapping, so I hook up with DJ Cease. Rest in peace. He got gunned down. So I hook up with DJ Cease, and he hearing my music. He loving it. And so he hooked me up with Studio Tone. And we go into Studio Tone. We recorded on an 8-track downtown in Vallejo with Studio Tone. So I did like 4 songs. So Studio Tone loved me. He like, man, you tight. You know, I'm like 15 years old, so he's trying to shop me to Capitol Records and trying to give me the deal. And so then one day I hooked up with EB, which is from the Romp, EB Daddy of the Hood, and he like, man, I got a dude to be rapping too, and he wanna hook up with you because they heard my little demos I was doing with DJ Cease. And so I say, it's cool, bring him over to the house. And I stay right on Mark Street, 307 Mark. And when he comes to the house, it's Dre, who he bring. You know what I mean? And he wasn't even Mac Dre at the time. He was just Dre, you know. So he bring Dre over, and we go in the back room, and I'm like, this is how I write my raps. This is how I do my little shit, telling him about the bars and measures and all that. He was like, oh, okay, yeah, because he didn't know what the bars and measures was in the song. I was telling him about the little bars and, you know, the whole little thing, and he's like, oh, man, that's dope, man. And so we started hanging every day, me, Dre, and E. And then we used to kick it on Leonard Street. We go on Leonard Street, and everybody hang out on Leonard Street. Then other people, Kilo, Lil Cleet, Ronnie Wags, Ray, which is EB nephew. Every day, though, we hanging now. Little youngsters. I say we from the age ranging from 15 to maybe 21, 22 is like the oldest age of a person that was around us. You know what I mean? Yeah. But we all youngsters just hanging out over there. So every day we hanging out. Then Dre catch a case and get took down. And so when he gets took down, he go to Foul Springs. When he comes from Foul Springs, me and EB the one who pick him up. My partner EB just bought a Canary Honda, a little Honda Civic, a Canary little hatchback Honda Civic. I remember it like yesterday. And we got Dre with us. We go to McDonald's in the drive-thru, and he like, man, listen to this rap I wrote. This right here, dope, Coolio. Like this hard. And the first rap he spit to me was, listen up, I'm about to get dope. It ain't that much of shit I wrote. About it was a true story. People in the game, we had the McDonald's drive-thru. I just, you need to go to Tone and record it and put that down, like, immediately. You know, it's like we juice. And so, but I'm in the back seat, Dre in the front. This is funny shit. Dre in the front seat, and like we used to do this thing, especially Dre and my partner Wags and him, where you hit the car or hit the door, and you'd be like, look out! Like romping, that's what they call romping. And you'll hit the door so the driver gets scared, think you about to hit something.
Yeah.
This nigga Dre hit the windshield. My partner E just bought this Honda, right? Keep in mind, he just bought a little hatchback Honda Civic. And this nigga Dre hits the windshield. Look out, pow! It bumps the windshield. Break the window up on the east side. He just broke my window. Man, that's the funniest shit in the world, man. And he broke the window. He just, man, I'm going to go get it fixed. We taking you to the studio, and you paying for this window. Like, man, I'm going to pay for it. And we took him to the studio, and we took him to Tone, dropped him off. Later on that day, we didn't even go pick him up. He ended up catching the bus back to the Crest. Because I remember he came to where we was at and had the tape in his hand. Because it was still on cassette, little 8-track studio. And he had the song done. So Studio Tone had produced Too Hard for the Fucking Radio. He was the original producer for that.
Yeah. People ain't even up on that.
And so once we heard that, and my partner, the Mac, was out, too, at the time. He was actually signed with Cavvy at Strictly Business Records. Rest in peace, too. So the Mac had already had a little setup. So once he heard the tape from Dre, he took it to Kyrie. And Kyrie loved that hook and that sample. Tell me something good. You feel me? Too hard for the fucking radio. So he wanted to redo it. So Kyrie redid it. And that's how the story started with Mac Dre. They signed him to Strictly Business Records. And that's how he came up. And then once he did, I left. Then I left. Because that was 88. 89, I went back to L.A. with my mother and them. So I was gone for most of 89. By the time I came back to the Bay, Mac Dre had a record out, Young Black Brother, a 12-inch. With everybody on the cover and everything. I'm like, oh man, you did a record? You feel me? Like, this nigga popping. I remember the first day I came back to the Bay, like, all of them came to pick me up. Ronnie Wags, Ray, like, Dre, Kilo, Evie, everybody was juice. I need a Coolio back. You know, so, and he had an album out. So I was thinking, oh, we made it. And this 89. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like, nigga, this song, an album? I'm thinking, this nigga got an album out, we finna pop. And so after that, we went to another studio, my partner Ken Harris studio, and we used the flashlight sample. We used the original sample for flashlight, and we did California Living. We didn't know what we was going to do with the song. Dre did a verse, I did a verse. And we just did the song just to make it. You know what I mean? Like a hood song for our niggas. And so we went back to the crest. Everybody loved it. He let Kyrie hear it. Kyrie loved it and replayed it, and we redid it. So we went to the studio. When we went to the studio and did California Living, it was me, the Mac Dre, DJ C, and Ray Love. Because Ray Love came to the studio with us too. And when we recorded it, everybody that's on that album, that featured on that song, Mac Dre, rest in peace, DJ C, scratched on it, rest in peace, and the Mac sung the hook, rest in peace, is dead. I'm like, I'm the only one alive, really, that participated outside of Kyrie who remade the beat, you know what I mean? But like, as far as the active people, like, man, all my niggas got killed, you know, so that sticks in my mind too. But after we did that, in 90, when 90 came around, we started hooking up with Digital Underground was popping with the Humpty Hump. And so we was opening up for them on their shows with Dre manager Stan. So we was opening up for them, and that's how we ended up running into Tupac. And he had the Gumby haircut back then. We started doing shows with them. Digital Underground, Tupac, Mac Dre, Coolio. I wasn't even the underdog then. I was still Coolio, you know. And so we doing the little shows and on the little circuit. So Dre's name was popping. So every club that we wasn't even supposed to be at the club. You know what I mean? We're not even over 21. But we in the club with the other too short love Dre. You know, so every time we went around, I never said much. You know, Dre and them, they was older than me anyway, so I never really just said much. I just played the background and was just loving I'm in the scene. You know, just to be here. Like I said, I felt like we made it. You know, like, we were real too short. We were real Digital Underground. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, we made it.
It wasn't a million rappers back then, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it was you go in the record store and the rap section was only one aisle, half an aisle.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it wasn't even, especially in the Bay, it wasn't even, you had Richie Rich and Spice-1, all of them was just, like Spice-1 was our dude too. He in the California Living video. That's whose phone I'm holding in the California Living video. It's Spice-1's cell phone, the big black block phone that I got in my hand. That's his phone. For real. So, you know, we was, you know, little youngsters all coming up together in the same little circle. And the big stars at that time was Digital Underground from the Bay, was Digital Underground, Too Short, and MC Hammer. That was it. It In Vogue, you know, like, that was it, literally, at the time.
I remember
the biggest act. Yeah, and you know, even Tupac wasn't even out yet. You know, so them was the days, you know, and so like I said, I felt like I made it, and then so me and Dre, we went and got Kyrie had a meeting with Jive, because Too Short was saying Jive was interested with him, so we hooked up with Neil Portnow. He was the vice president at Jive Records. So now this 91. So now we hooked up with Kyrie and got the business card. So we got these Jive Records, Romper Records business cards, me and Drake. We like, oh, it's on. Like, we ain't even signed with Jive Records yet, but we like, man, it's on. Like, boy, we finna this and do that. But keep in mind, I'm robbing banks. Dre not, you know what I mean? Like me and my crew, my other little crew, we pulling licks and doing, you know, the dirt still. I still was hustling in the streets, pushing yayo and selling blow. So after I did my first official bank robbery and walked away with the money I walked away with, I still remember I had some blow. I had 4 zips under my brake pedal. I had a cutlass, canary cutlass, and I had all my dope under the brake pedal. I had 4 zips. I remember after I robbed the bank, true story, and you can document it and tell the world, 'cause I don't care if the police know. They can't do nothing about it now, you know what I mean? But I had 4 zips under my brake pedal and my cutlass. That's why I had a little spot, pull the carpet back, got a little hole right there. And I remember after I came from hitting this lick at this bank, I seen my homeboy, and I told him, I'm not selling no more dope. And I gave him the ounces and told him to pay me when he can. I said, you out here hustling? Here, take this dope and pay me when you can. Because I seen some money that I ain't never seen before. From 15 minutes, you know, and from that moment on, it was our lifestyle changed as far as my crew. And people seen it. The shoes changed. Every day, different new shoes. Every day, new sweaters, new jackets, new rims, new, you know what I mean? People knew, like, something going on. And it got to the point to where people was bringing us newspapers to me, coming up to me on the block with headlines in the newspaper. Man, y'all sick. Y'all sick. Who's sick? You feel me? What you talking about? Man, y'all crazy. Y'all crazy. Who crazy? You feel me? Like, nigga, what you talking about? Man, niggas know. Niggas don't know nothing. You feel me? not over here. Niggas don't know what you talking about. But that's how it got, the word started getting out. You feel me? And once it hit, like, man, the romp robbing banks, the romp robbing banks. And even anything that got hit, whether it was a piece of parlor, I ain't never robbed a piece of parlor. You know what I mean? Any little thing that was getting hit was our style. Because I was showing homies how to, I took people on licks that I didn't even get no money from. True story. My little homies, I was showing them how to pull small little robberies to show them how to get money, just to show them how to dress, what to wear, what kind of mask to have, what kind of gloves, and didn't get a quarter. True story. When you see my DVD, they telling you the story. My Unknown Legend DVD, when it come out, they telling you their real story. And I did it just to show, same way I did with the D game. When I had blow, all my homies had blow. Because I'm going to front them who I'm getting it from. Like I said in my song, I fronted out sacks from sacks. I was fronted. You know what I mean? For real. Niggas fronting me 8 zips. I'm not going to sit and sell 8 zips. And I'm getting them for a cool price. I'm going to front them to whoever under me. You feel me? You giving it to me for $4.50, I'm going to give it to you for $6.50. And don't sell a crumb and make a $200 profit. You know? So, and that was my hustle. And I always been like that. And people that know me, they know. You know, so even with the music business, that's how I am, you know. And so at that moment, we was popping, doing the music. So now Dre getting hot because his music is hot too. So now the police targeted him saying, oh, he's the leader of the romp. Mac Dre. They spending his bank money on Mac Dre's career, which we wasn't. His thing was separate. You know what I mean? He was Kyrie them. They're not robbing banks. They putting their legitimate money behind it. You know, but the police don't know that. You know, they gonna make their story up and make it seem like it's factual.
Yeah, you already know, yeah.
Yeah, so they started saying Dre was the leader of the romp. He's orchestrating these bank robberies to fund his music. So that's when the wiretaps came in and the bugging and the surveillance, and they started following us and started watching us. And it got to the point, like I even said on American Gangsta, it got to the point, and they corroborate my story to where it got to the point to where I go in the store, and I know it's an agent right in the store with me when I'm paying for something. And then when you walk out the store, they go, hey, what's going on, Coolio? They calling me Coolio, not Troy, not Reddick. You know what I mean? They calling me Coolio. Hey, Coolio, they letting us know they following us now because they doing that to see how you move, how you walk. Because when you in these banks, you fully dressed, you fully, you know, your face covered, your hands covered. But if they can see how you transaction with money and see how you moving and how you walk, they got you. And that's what even one of the detectives say. On American Gangsta, he said, oh yeah, it got to the point to where they can have on a mask and have on, you know, be fully covered, and I can tell who they are by their physique. And so that's what they started doing, following us anywhere, no matter what we doing, you know. And so that's, you know, the wiretaps came in, and eventually we all got took down in '92, and you know, I was a teenager still when I got took down. I think Dre had just turned, he was finna turn 21. He was 20. He was finna turn 21. No, he was 21, finna turn 22, matter of fact. when he got took down, because his birthday is in July, and they got took down in March. And so, you know, we all started getting took down. And so for that 5 years, we gone, the whole Bay Pop. E40 signed with Jive. Pt.1 signed with Jive. And that, look at the coincidence. Look what I told you what business cards me and Dre had.
Yeah, that was
Jive. You feel me?
Yeah.
We missed our deal.
Yeah, they went and got everybody in the Bay. I remember when Jive did that, the Pt.1, Jive, they was targeting that Bay because of short.
Mm-hmm. Yep. They got Pt.1, E40, you feel me? Everybody signed to them. And so, you know, me and Dre sitting in the pen. So 96 come around, I mean, this is a cold story. It's the coldest story. So Dre got out August 2nd, which was a Friday. I got out August 5th, which was a Monday. We didn't even know when we was getting out. They had a big party for Dre on August 4th on that Sunday. Everybody, there was 500 or 600 people there. Warren G, everybody was at the little party at the Crest Park. I got out that Monday. I talked to my partner Decon and talked to Dre. They just, you out? I just, yeah, I'm at the airport. I'm going to be. Dre just, man, oh man, I didn't know you was getting out. I didn't know you was getting out. You know what I mean? Like, we didn't even know our own release date, and we got released 2 days apart, man. You feel me? And so when we got released and we started working on the Romper Election immediately, I think we did like 6 songs within that first month, in August alone. And we started working on the Romper Election, and we hooked up with Quinn, Matthew Mark, brung everybody in, and I produced 11, I did 11 songs on that album. Because Dre was like, man, you producing like that? And man, and that's when I told him I named the Underdog. I sang because the other Coolio blew up too while I was down.
Yeah.
You feel me? He blew up to even my grandmother and everybody. Like, I heard the song on the radio. Like, that ain't me. That's not me on everything I love. You feel me? They was like, we heard you on the radio. And, no, that's not me. Because they know who, my first birthday cake said Happy Birthday Coolio on it. So if you even want to have a dispute over that, I'll show you the pictures. You know what I mean? Like, this is my real life. Ain't nothing perpetrating fake false or nothing about it. You know, but like I said, I'm not no hard-headed dude. I'm not no dude who start fake beefs or none of that for fame, attention, nothing. You know what I mean? I just live my life. If I got a problem with somebody, we either handle it or we let it go. You know, it ain't no, you know, that's like if I got a problem with you, I'm not going to talk on the phone with you or act like it's cool to hang up and like, yeah, fuck that nigga, man. That nigga ain't shit. That's not my attitude. You know what I mean? I've never been like that. I'm going to tell you on the phone, like, man, why you just talking shit about me? And I'm going to let you know. You know what I mean? And then we take it from there. So I'm not the type of person that lets beef or anything negative hang over my head. You know, so once we came home and we did the Rompilation, it surprised us because we came home August. We released it December 10th, 96 is when it came out on the City Hall. In the first week, we did 9,000 and something units and hit Billboard, hit the charts. And we was like, man, I think we was number 84, matter of fact, on the top 100 on the charts. We was number 84. We was like, man, we hit the charts like Billboard. And then the next week, we stayed on the charts. We did another 9,000 something. We did like almost 20,000 units in 2 weeks. You know, so we was like, wow, like, man, this is, you know, and to this day, this is at 100,000 units. You know, the Rompilation, that's the first project we did. And so then after that, I started doing my solo album. Dre started doing his solo album, which was the Stupid Doodle Dumb album. And I started working on the Fresh Out the Gates album. And I released the Fresh Out the Gates June of 97. And then during that summer, I was producing for people. We was doing compilations. Dre caught a violation while he was finishing Stupid Doodle Dumb. So he actually was in jail when Stupid Doodle Dumb came out. He had a year violation that he had to go do. You know what I mean? So, but even that chart, Stupid Doodle Dumb had hit the charts. It charted, I think it was number 99. It hit almost the last of the top 100. It was like number 99 on the chart. Something like that.
We look at that like as the return of Mac Dre, you know what I mean? You know, because it was that pause between after California Live and then you let me tell, I say Stupid Doodle Dumb, that was the return of Dre, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was his first official solo album back. Like the Rompilation, that was more compilation, you know. But Super Doodle Done was his first official solo album. Out the pen. You know, so then, go ahead.
Okay, I was going to say, yeah, a lot of folks, they don't know that you put out 10 albums. You know, 10 albums. This man put out 10 albums, y'all, ever since 97.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Well, through my label, I put out 32. But as far as, like, my solo albums, you know, through Cavvy R Records, I've done 32 projects. You know, I put out the Dewey album, the Dangerous Prospects album. I did out, even in 98, I put out 2 albums on the same day, too. I put out the Cavvy R Riders and the Best of Millennium. Thing had a big party and everything, big picnic party, started at the park, lasted all day. Everybody was there. Julio, them from Black and Brown, San Quinn, the whole, got it on video and everything. Like, everybody came. Hundreds of people was there. Took it to a mansion party later on at a pool party that lasted. It lasted so long that my pool party that night that I left, and people were still there at 3 and 4 in the morning. I left. Like, man, I'm gone. You know? And so, you know, that's the type of stuff I like to do, you know, and always positive. Never nothing negative. That's my saying. That's always been my saying. 3 N's. The 3N network over here. Never nothing negative. You know, we don't do the mean mugging and the gritting and the hard times. That's what we trying to avoid. And that's what I don't like about the new artists. Like all these artists who want to be gangsters and killers, and I wish they could trade with me and grow up how I grew up then. You know what I mean? Go change and go see how I really was growing up like that. You know what I mean? And you'll be dying to get away from it. To make something of yourself. Who want to, you know, grow up in the slums and in poverty with rats and roaches? I grew up with rat holes in my wall. You feel me? I grew up with roaches on the wall. It's my real story. So I don't want to pitch this to nobody like this the thing to do. You know what I mean? Like this. I didn't grow up and say I'm going to be a Crip. You know, I wasn't born to look at it and then say, oh, I'm going to be a Crip. I'm going to be a Blood. Man, I was born around Crips. My whole family was. You know what I mean? Like, it was no choice. If I had a choice, if you can sit back and watch your life and preview it and say, well, no, I think I'm going to go to Harvard. You know what I mean? I think I'm going to go to Spelman or to one of these other colleges over here, Stanford. You know, I think I'm going to do this. Who want to say, well, I'm going to grow up with the rats and the roaches and the thieves and the crooks and the dope fiends. My mama going to be on dope. I ain't going to never know my daddy. Who want that life?
Man.
My son with me right now. I can't imagine him not being with me. I don't even know who my daddy is. Who want that life? So when I see these other rappers come out the blue, oh man, I'm from the hood. I'm a gangster. I'm from the slums. Gangsters don't even glorify their life. They just live it. You know what I mean? We didn't grow up wanting to be nothing. We grew up wanting to survive. That's all we wanted to do is survive. You know, we wasn't trying to think about no image. What's my image? I gotta be like this. No, man, it's our real livelihood. And that's always how we was with me and Dre when we did, even with Doobie, me, even Diggs. Like when we do music and do songs, and even my homeboy Kill from my hood from Watt, Wolfcat, when they do music, we know each other. So if I heard Diggs make a song and he talking about some shit that he ain't done or not doing, I'm going to call him. You know what I mean? Like, that's what you rapping about? Like, that's what you doing? You know what I mean? Like, it is my niggas. That's what you talking about that? You know, so we don't let each other come with nothing that's not our real life. And we pride ourselves in rapping about what we've been through to each other.
Yeah.
Because it's memories. It gives you time to reminisce and say, oh, I was there when that happened. I remember that happened. You know, I was with him. You know, he ain't lying. So that's my real life story, man. You know, even like with the Siccness. I love the Siccness because every time I used to log on there, I ain't been on there in a minute to log in. The last 2 times I tried, my account said it was deactivated or I did something or I couldn't get on it. But every time I used to go on the Siccness and see all the fans and the love on there, man, is big for me. And I've seen them hate a lot of people on Siccness. Like, go hard on artists. Like, man, this dude is this dude. But every time I see them talk about me or mention my name, they show me love.
Yeah.
You know, like the real fans, like, man, Coolio hard, man. Like, Coolio, And I used to be kind of hot at the Siccness, because I say, damn, the Siccness ain't never got at me. Ever. You feel me? Coop, I used to hit Coop everybody like, man, you know, like, man, get at me, man. Like, I mess with y'all sites, for real. I'll be pushing this and everything, like Siccness.net. I only mess with a few sites, Siccness.net, SOHH.com, and allhiphop.com. Them like my 3 little sites that I go to.
Yeah.
You know, when I'm doing my little surfing on for music information. And I was like, man, I ain't never did a write-up. I used to see Joe Smo from down the block on Siccness.
Yeah,
like, damn, I ain't on Siccness. You know what I mean? Like, damn,
I have to
Siccness not
put it
fucking
together,
with me.
man. I have to put it together.
Yeah.
I listen to your music, I feel it, and you know what I mean? I'm just like, I pretty much said the same thing. I said, man, we got to get an interview with Coolio, man. And then I see how hard you work, too. Not only are you good, but you work hard, you know what I mean? Showing,
I appreciate it.
Yeah, I seen on Facebook you're showing your iTunes receipts, basically. I'm like, man, this boy getting it, too.
yeah. And I do that for my fans, too, to show them that I got love for them, and then I do it to show the other people who might not listen to me or might not know, like, I really do this. I put my check stubs up, I put my iTunes up, you know what I mean? Like, it's my real life, you know? Like, last month I did 3,837, well, from November 4th to the end of December, I did 3,847 downloads.
Yeah, that's a lot.
A lot of them were 70 cents, you know, a lot of them were 70 cents. Some of them be full album sales, but that's still, you know, that's the money.
Yeah.
You know, I can live with that every month. You know, I can do that every month. So, you know, and I do that just to show, you know, I tell you, it ain't much compared to the major labels. I mean, you can imagine if you see a T.I. download or a Taylor Swift download, I'm pretty sure within that same time frame they got 400,000 or 500,000 downloads. You know? But it's just to show the independent people that you can still eat, you can still work. And I'm the underground of the underground. I'm beneath the ground. You know, I'm below the surface. But I'm not gonna never stop, you know, so I try to do my films, my videos, everything has just always been all me. And I'm not gonna quit. And I think
and speaking of film, tell the fans out there how they can get involved with the Thiz in the movie you got going on.
Yeah, I got the Thiz in the movie. They can go to I've been doing my little donations for a minute. A lot of people have been donating. People I didn't even really trip on. Even Walter at City Hall made a donation. J. King, Kyrie, made donations to it. And you can go to WePay.com/Thizin movie, and you can go on there and leave a donation there, you know, or leave some support, leave a comment, let me know that y'all looking forward to it coming out, you know, and then, or you can go to my website, theunderdogg.com, DAUNDADOGG.com, and all the information on everything on there, my new videos, my new album, my new artist. I got Paige Raymond about to come out working on her project right now, so I got her little promo up. She got her own little web page, link on my web page, and I got P. Reek album coming out February 12th called Old Habits Never Die. I put out one of his albums before when I was with Bayside, so this is his second album. This is sophomore. This is a clean album. I'm going to have the commercials and stuff up for that next week, and that come out February 12th. And so I just work, you know, and try to keep my little name alive within my circle. You know, I don't look at it as, you know, major labels come get me. I'm sad, you know, like, I'm going to still ball. I'm going to still, no matter what we doing, I'm going to still play in the game. I'm going to still keep pushing. So that's just my take on it, you know. But a lot of people, they don't give me the credit, and I don't knock them. You know, if you ain't never heard something or never heard of somebody, you can't expect somebody to say, oh, yeah, Coolio Da Unda Dogg, I like his music, but you never heard it. But I feel if everybody hear it, when they hear my music, when they know my lifestyle, when they know who I am, they going to love me as a person, because I'm not going to disrespect another human being. I'm going to respect a man, you know what I mean, look them in the eye. So same with a woman, children, elders, everybody get respect from me. And when you hear the music, you're going to hear it the same. It's not going to be different. You know, like, oh, no, this is not the person. And that's what made Dre so real to his fans, because, you know, he'd say, oh, I'll pull up in a caddy, yoking and dipping, bounce out, you know, and he'll tell you what he's going to have on. And then when you sing, you really see him in that. You know what I mean? You be like, oh, damn, he just said that too in his song. You know, that's our real life. Like, that's what we really rap about. It's just our life. We just turn it into melody. We just turn it into a tune. That's what makes it a tune. That's what made artists like Marvin Gaye, you know, what he sung about was his real life. You know, the feelings with the women and all.
Yep. And rap at its best, it creates that mood. You know, like your song, Time Heals All Wounds. You know what I mean? It creates a mood. A good song will create a mood.
Yeah, and I did that for my brother, and he got killed while I was working on that album. And so, you know, he got killed last year, May 3rd. And so when I did that album, that song, that was for him. And that was just, I just felt the pain that everybody felt from losing somebody in a war, losing somebody in the Hurricane Katrina, all these different things that, you know, sometimes, you know, and it's really asking, the song is called Time Heals All Wounds, but it's really rhetorical because it's like, do time heal all wounds? You know what I mean? Like, so that's what the song really is about. Like, when you get through it, because if you don't, if the wound never heals, you feel me, it could be fatal. If you get a wound that never heals, it's fatal. So if you spend your whole life suffering from this wound, it's killing you. You know, so do time heal all wounds? Did your wound ever heal, or are you still suffering? You know, what you're going through. You know, and that's how I started off saying that. Born in this game around the vultures, thrown to the wolves. So you can imagine my culture. It's dog eat dog. Everybody scrambling for a few crumbs, and with those crumbs gambling, trying to double, triple, quadruple, triple the profit. Every hood got the same picture trying to crop it.